I left the yard at 5:15 yesterday morning.
Pretty good drive, though. The fact you didn't hit any deer because you didn't say anything yet.
I was looking. I was waiting. The truck I drove up had a bull barn on it. I was waiting because I wanted to freaking whack one.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, never seen a deer. Driving back, had one without a bull bar, never seen a deer. But I did drive back. I was back at the facility at noon.
That ain't bad.
And I worked
all you
on
did
some
was a
stuff
turn?
No, I worked on some stuff while I was up there.
Okay. Man, I probably would have set the cruise at 50 on the way back.
The boss was pretty surprised I made it back that quick. But
well, yeah.
The rest of us realize you finished that fast, so
whatever. No, I set freaking cruise at 65 and just let her go.
All right. Well, Liberty and Lead podcast. Keep it local. Keep it cash. Tell the feds to kiss your ass. I'm Ty.
I'm Moo.
I'm Trigger.
So I saw this thing earlier. If this will go to
I
the.
can't breathe. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
If this will go to the TV, dude, I set the TV up. Apparently, it didn't want to work.
Wanting to. There it goes.
Okay.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
What the hell is up with your TV, Ty?
I don't know. You got nothing. It's a visual, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't need the TV. So, trying to trick out you work on that, trying to trick out that carry gun. I got to buy a holster for it. But do I want to put a light on it? I probably should. Problem is, they're micro pistols. You know, to make
Then
it fit.
finding a holster with a light provision.
The whole point of having a narrow, compact, subcompact pistol, you really need to put a subcompact tack light on it. Well, the Valkyrie from Olight, the TLR7 from Streamlight, you're pretty limited on that stuff. So I'm shopping. I did the anti-Liberty and Lead thing to do.
Bought from China.
I bought a knockoff Temu fucking TLR7. I'm hoping it fits. If it fits in there, great. All the reviews were good on it. I don't know if I trust the Temu reviews.
Is Chinese people allowed to have guns?
No, but they can sell it to Americans to kill each other.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that I've got some Balder minis down there, the Balder S minis. They got the laser built right into them. Mm-hmm. If that fits in there, awesome. So I'm gonna order a We the People, I think, because they got We the People always have a 25% off coupon code somewhere.
I get emails from them weekly.
Chinese people aren't even allowed to commit suicide from their sweatshops. They put nets outside to catch them.
Bounce them back. Get your ass back to work.
All right, break time's over.
Yep. But anyway, I bought a cheap Chinesium one. I think the professor went and bought a good one. I think he bought the real deal, Streamlight. Real deal. Of course he did, right? He bought the fucking enclosed emitter. Yeah. He doesn't skimp, man. That kid, damn, he's got it. He knows what parts are working. So, we'll see how they compare, I guess. El Cheapo to real deal. I feel like I already know how that's going to go. I still haven't got my optic yet, or the extra mags. I probably ought to reach out to Springfield and find out. Did you give up, or is that thing...
Trying to get it to work. But this afternoon on the way home, coming up to the interstate on-ramp, and a car came flying up on me and stopped probably a foot off of my bumper. It was a fucking Buick. And if he's in that much of a hurry, I made sure to go nice and slow on the on-ramp.
Adding insult to injury. You want to take your flannel off? It's hotter than fuck up here.
Yeah, give me a second.
You're sweaty already.
I'm well aware.
Yep.
But, so I get up on the interstate, get halfway up the on-ramp, and I'm not merging in at 35, so I gun it, get going. And he kind of lagged behind, and 3 cars forced their way between the two of us. And I watched him just fade into the back. Then merged on the interstate, and it's 3 lanes where you merge in. And the first 2 lanes had semis in them. So I just slipped in front of the semis and fucking went. Look, I wouldn't have even thought about this person if they hadn't have flown up on me and got right up on my ass.
Like trying to make a point,
Yeah.
trying to get your attention.
There we go.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I don't think it's gonna work.
I don't
Must
know
be a
why.
liberal phone.
There.
Dude, I found a website or maybe an Instagram thread today that is basically liberal meltdowns only. What does that say?
When a 71-year-old
I can't
catches his
breathe, I
first
can't
felony
breathe, I
after
can't breathe.
firing at a Walmart drone.
Oh shit!
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
So make sure all your pockets are empty.
Yeah. He's got to be home.
I left him a message. He didn't answer his phone.
Honey, take a picture of me.
She's gonna hit you, and we're not gonna say anything.
I know that.
All right, you ready?
Yes, so.
All right.
Yes. I love you. Okay.
We'll see you later.
We're gonna go to that. Yes, sir. Back door. Take that seat for me.
Jesus. Oh, the midgets come in here.
All right, we got it.
Okay.
Just gonna look
Did he
you up
shoot it
real
down or
quick.
just shot at it?
There you go. I'm gonna grab your phone. That way you'll have it at the jail. All right? Is that his? Yep. All right, I'll take it. Yeah.
Honey,
What?
love you.
Yeah, I know.
Records indicate the drone was part of a mock delivery to attract business and interest. The destination for this mock delivery happened to be in front of the suspect's residence. One of the team members piloting the drone advised an officer that they operate under an agreement with the Federal Aviation Administration that allows their service to legally operate, which includes flying over residences. When the drone made a descent to approximately 75 feet, that's when the person piloting the drone heard the gunshot. The trajectory of the gunshot went over the suspect's residence, the cul-de-sac roadway, and several other residences. An officer also noticed a small child when he arrived on scene. He also noted several more small children playing in close proximity to the defendant's residence while interviewing him. This suspect, Dennis, was charged with shooting or throwing deadly missile into dwellings, vessels, or vehicles, criminal mischief of $1,000 or more in damage, and discharging a firearm in public or on residential property. He pled not guilty to all 3 charges and was set a bond totaling $13,500. Court records indicate he has been able to hire a private attorney. He does not have any prior criminal history. As this is a recent case likely still being processed, the status of it is currently unknown. He is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
So they were flying a drone around a residential area, trying to drum up business for their drone delivery service,
Showing off.
showing off, kind of putting the flag out there. And he saw it coming towards his house and apparently said, "Not in my house." And
Fuck you,
Yeah,
Chinese
but
terrorists.
Did you hear the first part of that video there?
yeah, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And then chuckled about it. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. God, that's rotten.
What is that guy, 4 years sober now?
At least, yeah.
Uh,
No, 2020. Yeah. He'd be
4.5.
Yeah.
Congrats. 4.5 years is a good milestone.
That douchebag.
Well, there was another one I saw before I came here. I forgot to note it, but it was a police-involved shooting in Gary, Indiana, of all places.
Armpit of the world, dude. I mean, that's
And,
the left armpit. Detroit's the right armpit.
And the parents had said, like, there's no way he did it. Our son's a good boy. He would never attack an officer. And then it switched right up to the hidden cam, like body cam. He tried to take a machete to an undercover. Guy ducked, and then a bunch of cops showed up. Officer involved shooting, guy died. Apparently, he's not the potential doctor you thought he was. But
the gifts just keep on giving.
so I'm gonna stir some pots a little bit today.
Isn't that what this whole thing's about?
Yeah, a little bit. Department of Education. Oh, I can see the steam rising already. So I saved a couple videos that came across this week that are interesting.
So while you're doing that, Department of Doge, what is that? Department of
Government Efficiency.
Elon Musk and
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Vivek Ramaswamy is going to be running this thing.
What did Gates get? He got something, secretary of something.
Yeah, he did. I can't remember either.
I forgot. Either
I
way.
think he's going to be a good one for that.
I think all of Trump's picks are going to leave a fucking big mark, as they should.
That being said, Brandon Herrera, AK guy,
ATF.
is a potential for the leader of the ATF.
Sweet.
And he has said in his first 100 days he wants to cripple and irrevocably damage from the inside the ATF and then beg President Trump to shut it down.
Are they going to stop all
They
unnecessary
won't let him do
dog
it.
shootings?
If that's his stance, they won't.
Wow.
The ATF.
It's all about government efficiency.
As much as I love alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, personally.
Well, hold on. I feel like under Brandon Herrera, of all people, he could make it a convenience store chain. The way it should be. One-stop shopping for your weekend of fun.
Do a background check, but make it like a regular gun for the silencers. Do you charge a tax stamp? No, get rid of that fucking tax stamp. But make it, if they want to, I'm willing to not give up.
I'm willing.
Baby steps.
Hold on. Get rid of the NFA federally. Make it a states issue. Texas has already kind of made strides in that direction by saying if a Texas citizen buys a Texas-made suppressor and it stays in Texas, we'll protect you from the ATF.
Really?
This has been a thing for a while.
We have a couple suppressor.
But we're
here.
not.
I know.
Either way, here's one I saw. Why is your TV not playing?
Volume's up.
As to why it is not. Yesterday, I was at a soccer game and to the people who think abolishing the Department of Education is a good idea, I'm going to give you one example as to why it is not. Yesterday, I was at a soccer game and there were two high school girls behind me. High school. These girls are in fucking high school. And one of them said, "How many halves are there in this game?"
What?
How many halves
How
are
many
in this
halves
game?
make a hole, sweetheart? How many halves make a fucking hole?
But
Make it at the state level,
All-
not necessarily.
hold on. all the comments. Shut up. All the comments were saying, "Yeah, you just made the perfect case for getting rid of it." They didn't know the difference. How many halves made a hole? So maybe we should get rid of it.
But yet they're worried about algebra. How about we teach freaking basic math?
Somehow my kid's in advanced algebra.
All right,
don't
so
know.
this one's a little more. This is 6.5 minutes. This is from. Well, he'll introduce
All right.
himself.
I want to talk about something for just a second, just weigh in on something. I'm not super hot about this, but I think it deserves a little bit of clarification. Some of you know, some of you don't, that I am the president of a local school board. We're not huge, second largest charter in the state. We have 2,600 kids, high school, two junior highs, 3 elementaries. We educate 2,600 kids. We run on a budget of about $35 million a year. And Trump is talking about destroying the Department of Education, just slashing it. A lot of presidents have talked about it. Nobody's dared to do it yet. And I'm getting all these questions, and I'm seeing all these posts and all this fear mongering about what would happen if he did that. And I wonder if people really know the truth. Do you know that, how much would you guess out of our 35 or whatever $1 million budget the feds contribute to that? What would be your guess? Because property taxes pay for schooling in Utah. Utah's a very schooling and education, academics focused state. We don't spend as much as other states on per pupil, but we also have a whole bunch more kids than other states do on the average. So everybody does the best they can. But what do you think the feds give us out of that $35 million budget? You'd be blown away to know that they contribute to our school about $370,000 out of a $35 million budget, which means it costs us around $12,600 to provide a great academic environment and a safe schooling environment, and pay our teachers as well as we can, provide paraeducational, provide health and nutrition, provide a safe school environment, take care of our facilities. $12,600 per student per year, of which the government's contribution is around $147. You really think I'm not worried about what Trump does to the DOE? I'm not. In fact, what bugs me more than anything is this. The budget for the Department of Education, I think, in fiscal year 2024 was around $257 billion. Divide that by, I think there are 50, at like count in 2023 or something, there was like 56 to 57 million children in public and charter schools, not talking about private, public and charter schools, K through 12, right? So K to 12, 56 million kids divided into a $256 million budget is about $4,500 per kid. Of that $4,500 in their budget for each one of our kids in our school, $147 of it ends up at the school. You really think I care what Trump does to the DOE? What bugs me more than anything is you've got this massive bureaucracy that eats up 97% of the friggin' school budget to justify their own existence. 97% of the budget for the Department of Education is eaten alive before it gets into the classroom, before it gets to the school.
That's fucked up.
Forget just the classroom, even to the school. And with those, and although there are good regulations, Title I, Title IX, those things are good. We would do those anyway. But the DOA also includes a huge extra amount of compliance and regulation and hoops we have to jump through, which means we have to hire more people to handle those things too. Even less of that money can get in the school because of the compliance and reporting and the regulatory work that we have to do just to get it. It's almost not even worth it to us. The truth is that the vast majority of the money we get comes from the state and from our local grants and from our parent community. Very little of it comes from the feds. And if Trump was just to slash the whole DOE, what I would hope he would do is just take that $256 billion budget and divide it up amongst the schools and send that $4,500 per student back right directly to the school. Because imagine what we could do if we didn't have this stupid bureaucracy of an educational department that cannibalized all of its own revenue for the sake of its own existence. If we could just take that money and put it back into the schools, directly to the kids. Imagine what happens if our budget goes from $12,500 a kid to $18,000 a kid or $18,500. I mean, we can provide higher quality education, find and retain and pay better teachers, take better care of the teachers, provide safer school environments, take better care of our facilities, spend more money on nutrition. These are all things we could do instead of just paying for the nasty bureaucracy that exists somewhere between the Secretary of Education and the school. 97% of the money gets eaten up right there. And I think that's the case with all of the government. That's what bugs me and why I'm kind of hopeful right now that this actually works. I don't know if this Department of Government Efficiency will actually be able to do what he says it's going to do, but that's a good place to start, right? If you could just take that budget and send it directly to the schools, it would all wind up with the kids. And that's what matters most. I think this government we have is the largest employer, the largest entity that's ever existed in the history of the world. It exists to justify its own existence. It consumes money to be able to survive. That's all it does. And I think most of it is just, this DOE is a really good example that the mission of the Department of Education is to do a better job for kids in schools. And there are some things they do that are good, but 97% of the money that they get ends up being eaten alive somewhere between the Secretary of Education and the administration in a school. And that just sucks. That's got to stop.
That is super well said.
Thought that'd be interesting for you to know if you didn't.
Damn.
So
I'm hoping that this plays on our podcast.
Yeah, well,
okay.
I'll patch it into the video so the audio quality is better.
I'm
so
super impressed.
I did the math real quick. If they just liquidated and transferred the $4,500 per student to the schools, that's a 36% increase.
Holy shit.
Per student.
And he, like he said, it's lost in bureaucracy.
So that's a third of the education costs per student per year.
Extra. Tacked on top.
That they would have.
So you can get better teachers, better buildings. You can get better resources for the students.
They say more parapros.
I have a question. Is if Trump does away with it, it's gone. That means the money goes back to the people.
Not necessarily. Because, so part of what I've heard...
I'm trying to see it from all angles. You know?
Part of what I've heard out of Trump is that he wants to get rid of the Department of Education, but he also wants to make school of choice mandatory across the board. Doesn't matter where you live. If you want to get your kid there every day consistently, you can take them to whatever school you want.
I mean, we have that here.
If you decided you wanted your kids to go to East Grand Rapids and you were going to get them there every day, you can take them to East Grand Rapids.
We have that now. With East Grand Rapids, I don't think I want my kids turning woke. I don't want my kids turning woke.
But the whole thing stands. Like, you can take your kids to whatever school district you want. He wants that to be mandatory across the board. Any school district you want.
Right.
You're
willing to truck them.
He also wants, what I understood was, he also wants to increase merit-based pay for teachers. So teachers that make more money, so teachers can make more money if they have a better degree. So teachers will get paid more, and if they have further education like a master's, they'd get paid more than someone with just a bachelor's. Incentivizing them to continue getting educated themselves.
That video you just watched me, I think it should be mandatory for everyone to watch it over and over until they have comprehension of it.
Good luck with that.
Amen.
The Department of Education has been around too long. Everyone's stupid.
I was going to say, he's talking about eliminating the Department of Education, but he didn't say anything about eliminating the fundage for education.
There's still going to be some sort of administration. Get it down. So it's 97% wasted. Figure out how to make it 25% wasted. Because you're going to have to pay somebody to fucking do the paperwork on that. But like we've talked before, you have a politician. Well, now he's so busy shaking babies and kissing hands. Somebody's got to be his assistant. And then his assistant gets busy looking at Facebook all day, so he can't do his job. Now he needs an assistant. So pretty soon you got an office building full of people for this one senator.
But also, I also have to take into consideration that with what he just said, he's not wrong. Let's say for Utah. Okay. For Michigan, what is it? For California, what is it? With cost of living, everything.
He made it all out to be...
If it was equal, if the whole country got $4,500 per student per year.
That's the way I understood it.
Okay. But let's say more nutritious meals in California because of freaking costs and everything in California. Let's say that $4,500 is only equal to $1,200 in California.
And inflation and...
Inflation.
Cost
you're
of
gonna
living,
have everywhere,
cost of
but
living out there
your,
is
your cost of living, your cost of having everything trucked in, everything. So that $4,500 in California is more like $1,200 in California because it buys $1,200 worth of stuff.
but I still don't see the problem with that. If you want to live in California, you're going to get $1,200.
And-
If you
and-
live in Ohio, you're going to get $4,500. Or Idaho, you're going to get $4,500. If you want to live out there, sorry.
Well,
That's what. That,
if
by the time,
California,
by the time your nutritious meals make it to you, there ain't much left.
I
But
feel
the
like
kids have the responsibility of saying, "I don't want to live in California, Mom and Dad. We need to move."
That's not. It's not. One, it's not going to be their choice. But it's going to be their problem. Mm-hmm. We have that situation every day. All three of us, all day, every day. Might not be your situation, but it's going to be your problem. Mm-hmm. So
so I also read looking into stuff that Whitmer signed a education bill for fiscal year 2025. Bipartisan, but all the comments in here weirdly have D's next to the name. Not very bipartisan, I don't think.
no.
I feel like
That's
this was
another thing.
strong-armed.
So between your local level, state level, national level, presidential level, now they have 60 days to ramrod, just about 60 days, to ramrod whatever they want. I think I have it on here. I think I.
Oh yeah, they got 60 days to ram everything down your throat that they want changed. So
they're gonna
Trump can't
find
change it back.
every single nickel, every loose nickel to send to fucking Ukraine.
Didn't-
Why?
did-
Because they're gonna wash it and send it back to the Biden crime family.
Didn't you see the Democrats were flapping around wanting Biden to step down so Kamala could be made the 47th president to take that honor from Trump before he took office? So she could slip in ahead of him because she's better.
They want her to be the first woman president for sure.
Their own
I don't-
candidate who fucking sucks
Oh, she
as a
sucks.
candidate.
She sucks. Now, we've said it here before, and I'll say it again. We're going to clarify, and I'll stand by it. I don't give a fuck if you're black. I don't give a fuck if you're gay. There's lots of things. Indian, whatever, Asian, I don't give a fuck. However, where you cross the line with me, and I feel like I speak for you guys, is, say, a transvestite going into a school and shaking his crank in front of children. That's a problem. There's similar instances like that become just as big of a problem for me.
Well, see,
Don't give a drag show. Don't do it. I don't give a fuck if you do it on a private property.
I don't
You do it on
want-
private property, but there's kids there. I still have a fucking problem with that.
I don't want the bullshit that's been crammed down my kid's throat for the last freaking 20 years crammed down my kid's throat. They don't need to fucking learn about picking your fucking gender. You got your gender when you popped out. You either had a tallywhacker or you didn't. That's your fucking gender.
One of the things the Department of Governmental Efficiency, Elon and Vivek, one of the things is going to be, we're done with the furries in school. Stop spending money on fucking cat litter to make someone happy. To make one fucking parent happy. Or 10 parents happy out of 1,000. That's one of the things. So I'm all for that, right? Don't bring that shit. I don't want my kids to be around that kid.
No.
If they want, if they feel so fucking strongly about that, homeschool them. You're done. Homeschool them.
No, drop them off at the fucking shelter, animal shelter.
They'll get
Animal
hungry.
shelter
They'll
will
get
train
hungry.
them.
They'll get hungry.
Animal shelter will train them.
I
feel like teachers with cattle prods would teach them a lot faster.
Or drop them off at the local farm. They'll learn.
Well,
real
hold
quick.
on. If a kid's coming to school acting like a fucking dog and barking and all that, shouldn't you go ahead and arrest the parents for child abuse? Because obviously they're not doing something right.
even if it's mental abuse.
Abuse is abuse.
Yes.
And obviously they're not doing their kid very good.
They're doing him dirty because he is fucked up and he's going to not be sociable. He's not going to be viable anywhere.
Well, the best part
The
is
kid's going to be living in his fucking parents' basement. So they created a monster that they're going to live with forever.
he's going to get a job one day. They grow up in the age of social media. They can never escape it for the rest of their lives. As soon as they get any sort of job with someone that's not like themselves, they're going to get ridiculed and bullied. Because as it turns out, schools don't allow bullies, but the real world does.
And we all have our own ideas about bullying. We're not fond of it, especially in school. I mean,
to a point.
My kids have never been
It has
really
to
bullied.
be done right.
My kids have never really been bullied, but if I find out they're bullying some other kid, I'm going to have a fucking problem with it. Both sides. Don't bully my kid, and you shithead. Don't be a bully. It's not good.
Yeah, but like if
my
it's
kid
a
got bullied, he
furry,
got detention for being a smartass.
yeah, but if it's like a furry, does it really count as bullying, or is it social conditioning?
Animal abuse is still abuse.
Well, hold on. We watched a video of those protesters, the furries, barking at guards in the UK, and I feel like if a dog's acting like that on a public street, maybe you can kick it in the face.
No, bear spray.
Oh, there we go. I like that.
It's meant for animals.
Taser.
No, tasers aren't meant for animals. Bear spray is meant for an animal.
But I want to see what a taser does to an animal that's shaped like a human.
Pisses and shits all over the floor.
Would be fun.
And then, well, since we're on the educational system and in school,
We're going to be here for a little bit.
You got some more, huh? So there's been some viral videos, a couple different instances of teachers losing their shit. One teacher, a young man, the day after the election wore a MAGA hat into class, and he freaked out. Somebody audioed and videoed it. I have not seen the
kid
audio.
freaked out or the teacher freaked out?
The teacher freaked out. And apparently he was always just decent and normal, but then when that kid wore that hat, he lost his shit. There was one. Another one is this woman. Apparently she was acting weird for days. All of a sudden, she sits this kid down. I think he's probably in high school. Sits this kid down and starts cutting his hair while she is screaming the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see him whipping locks of his hair wherever? I got the video somewhere. I think I bookmarked that one too. She's whipping hair, and she says, all right, you're next to this young girl. And all the kids get up, and they fucking scatter and run. You ain't touching any more of these kids. She got arrested for child abuse. And then the other guy, I guess, got arrested too. But it's happening all over. Well, I'm glad it's coming to light now that there's some mental instability in these schools.
Well, hold on. That's the party that also says that people that supported Trump were in a cult while they do cultish behavior.
He's right.
Everything the left says is what they have or are doing. Have done or
everything
are
they're
doing.
blaming the right of, they're in the middle of. So,
yeah.
You're right.
Anyway, so this education bill Whitmer signed for fiscal year 2025. Some highlights. For the 6th year in a row, budget sets a new record high for investment with an additional $600 million going into the classrooms, equivalent of $400 per pupil per year.
Wait a minute.
$400.
Yeah.
$600 million down to $400.
$400 per pupil.
But if we use the bureaucracy math, $600 million. Oops.
Hold on. Let me find out some numbers. Michigan K through 12 students.
Minus if you
motherfucker. Michigan K through 12 students.
$600 million minus 97% leaves them with $18 million. So it's kind of like there
is we'll call it 1.4 million K through 12 students.
I'd say 1.44 million.
Yeah, we'll go with 1.44. Yeah, we'll go up.
1.44 million times $400.
No.
Hold on.
600 million.
Yeah.
600 million
divided by 1.44 million.
1.4
1440
Oops.
000.
I fucked that up. 1
Here, let me just
4
600 million.
1.4 million.
6 million. There you go.
Divided by
$416. $417.
Yeah, $416. So there's a little bit lost to. Well, it's probably rounded. They probably rounded to
But if you use Dr. Whoever there,
But that's only at the state
Dr.
level right there. That's what the state gives the school, $600 million.
But
You
you
go
think-
by his math, they give out $257 billion a year by the federal government.
97% waste, $600 million. Do you think Whitmer and her henchmen are going to do a better job of not having $18 million? It's kind of like an amortization. You spent $18 million on a house, but in the end, it's going to cost you $600 million.
Well, this does say the equivalent of more than $400 per pupil, so $416 is where it belongs. Anyways, also in here, $134 million, including $25 million in new funding to continue historic investments for student mental health and school safety needs.
We're losing the fight on mental health. We just had that conversation.
$181 million to help students reach their full academic potential, including continuation of payments for literacy grants and literacy coaches. Teaching people how to read. That's what a teacher was for.
Hooked on phonics worked for me.
$200 million to continue providing universally free breakfast and lunch to Michigan's 14 million public school students. This is 1.4 million public school students, helping students focus on learning and saving families $850 a year.
My children have had some of that government cheese.
God,
They have since COVID.
Yeah.
Since the start of COVID,
school lunches suck.
we
now,
haven't
though.
had freaking, because you used to do what the hell, we used to have those school accounts that we'd have to freaking get online, put money on or whatever. We used to have to pay for lunch and breakfast and what the hell ever. Now I haven't had to pay for lunch and breakfast for the last 4 fucking years.
Remember they were handing out bags of food out here at the school. And I'm sure there's probably, I'm going to make it sound absolutely horrible, but we were getting bags of stuff and there would be like a whole pepper in there, a whole pear, a whole peach. I'm like, what the fuck are they going to do with the whole pepper?
Make it into a meal.
Well, I actually
Add it
like
into
bell
shit.
peppers.
The milks that they gave, whether they were the half gallons or the pints or the half pints or whatever, they were all within date and they were all bad. Or they were 1 day away from date, or they were over date. Every time we finally gave up on their fucking milk, their government milk, because it was all
Were they
bad.
actually bad or
Yes.
were they just expired?
Bad. Like
Because
like
we
the kids
got, I
would
think,
take the kids would take one and they're like, "Can you smell that?" And I'm like, "Oh, ain't no fucking way,
You
dump
remember
it."
the couple of times they've given away boxes of food over there?
Yep.
And I think one time we got 7 boxes. And I want to say there was 3 boxes of nothing but cartons of milk. They were all fine. Shit, they were gone within 2 weeks.
So, in a school of middle school age kids, elementary age kids, pizza is king. What do you think the number one pizza for a child is?
Pepperoni.
He's right. It should have been. No, they're giving them fucking Supremes.
I don't
My
like
kids aren't going
Supremes.
to eat that. They're picky. But, I mean, yeah, once
They're picky because you don't feed them good food.
we just had breakfast. Those are Amy,
You
Amy
are a
knocked
picky
it apart.
eater.
Did it have real sausage or something in it? Or did it have
breakfast?
lunch meat?
Or the breakfast? Or
It was lunch meat, I bet.
No, we had bacon, eggs,
okay.
pancakes. What else was there? Something else.
Let's be honest,
Because you
Ty.
won't eat meat, will you?
I just went and had ham, sausage, and bacon this morning
Okay.
at breakfast.
Lunch meats and
No,
breakfast
they were-
meats.
It was his favorite joint, Blue Water.
I thought his favorite joint was Blue Waffle.
Do you know what Blue Waffle is? Please Google it
Google
and then
it.
look at images.
Yeah. Right now.
No, please go ahead. We need your
I don't know, the
response.
internet in this fucking building sucks.
Well, I'm working.
Good
on
thing
that.
you're by the window.
What?
Anyways.
That doesn't fucking matter. Not in this building.
Blue Waffle. Yeah, that's your favorite place to eat.
Actually,
You
I
can
thi-
eat out there as much as you want.
why is there a half-naked man on your phone?
That's the Google headlines. It's bodybuilders.
No,
It's kind of weird that you're looking at bodybuilders.
You need to turn safe search off.
No, hit images. God, your phone is slow.
It's this fucking building. The shit fucking service in it. The freaking shit Wi-Fi.
I mean,
I bought a new router.
I
haven't put it on yet.
Once I hit the airport out here, I have no service.
Turn the
Even the Wi-Fi sucks here. I can't ever get anything to
Get on
load.
Tina. I don't know what her password is.
Let's see. We're gonna turn that off. Here, I'll look it up for you.
Okay. Somebody's messing. Oh gosh. So here's one from Elon. All actions of DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, will be posted online for maximum transparency. You would never see the left doing that. Ever.
No, they want to fucking hide it as deep as possible in a fucking book somewhere.
Anytime the public thinks we're not cutting something important or not cutting something wasteful, just let us know. We will also have a leaderboard for the most insanely dumb spending of your tax dollars. This will be both extremely tragic and extremely entertaining.
That's awesome.
I love that guy. I love him.
Even though he's an electric vehicle freak?
He doesn't. He knows. He'll tell you it's not the future. He makes a ton of money on them, and somehow the left just eats that shit up. I got a story on that too. Kid Rock's coming to Michigan, by the way. Oh yeah, there's some of it.
Oh Jesus.
That's not the worst one though.
It's not, but you know, there's other options here to look at.
Jesus. I'm good.
You sure? There's that
I'm
one.
good.
There's some bad, dude. It's bad.
Sorry. Did you want to go on with education for?
Yeah, you're on. If you got more, go for it. I've got electric vehicles.
I got a
talk
fucking
about.
stack of this shit.
Since we started talking about electric vehicles.
All right.
But.
So, $130 million going to continued expansion of free pre-K to every 4-year-old in Michigan, 2 years ahead of schedule, saving families $10,000 a year. Free child care, basically.
Yeah.
$54 million to serve an estimated 5,300 additional children.
Stop where you're at for a second.
That's $1 million. No, that's
so daycare, child care is super expensive, and it sucks the most. Like nowadays, it would hurt, but it would be done right. But the group of people, the group of Americans that the cost of daycare hurts the most are new families, and that's who has to use it. New families tend to, one guy's working, one's probably working a half-ass part-time job. They're not making bank. I just wanted to say that.
yeah.
Daycare is fucking expensive. It's like $1,000 a week for most people, for one kid. That's insane to me. And there's no way around it. Why? Because there is government bureaucracy and people going into these people's daycares going, you're just not up to par. Your door handle's loose. You're shut down. It's ridiculous. I'd love to get a couple daycare people I know. They probably tell you all sorts of horror stories.
$31 million to increase the full day per child allocations to $10,185. $25 million to open new classrooms in underserved areas. $18 million to continue higher payments for student transportation. Brings it up to a total funding of $28 million. Higher payments for buses is what that looks like. $2 million to provide marketing and outreach support to ensure families are aware of programming options in their area. $100 million in recognition of the crucial role high-quality teachers play in the success of their students. $100 million to say, aren't our teachers just grand? While the kids are stupid. Continued support for the Michigan Future Educator Program.
You yourself.
No, I just got fucking credit card fraud. Just now, I just got a message from my bank saying, "Did you just try to spend $54.95 at Dollar Tree?" Nope.
You no longer have a card.
Motherfucker.
Tuition free.
Today's Saturday. No, tomorrow's Saturday, so I might be able to go to the bank and try to figure something out. God dang it.
Continued support for payments to offset the cost of student loans for educators. So part of your taxes in Michigan goes to help teachers pay off their student loans. $97 million in funding to support academically at-risk students, which is a 9% increase. English language learners, which is a 26% increase. And career and technical education students, 6% increase. And students in rural school districts, 6% increase. $125 million to help rural districts with transportation costs, to put more dollars into the classroom. And $75 million to support students and parents through, before, and after school programming. That's what Whitmer signed for fiscal year 2025.
Piss it all away before the changing of the guard because she knows she's probably not going to last long.
This was actually passed before Trump won.
Yes.
No, it was passed before Trump won. This was done already.
Oh, really? Okay.
So
Dollar Tree in Detroit. Huh, no, that was not me.
Okay, so in the Federal Department of Education, they have some goals. God damn.
Okay, that was me. Still me.
They have some goals. Preschool to 12th grade. Ooh. Support academic achievement for all students, particularly students in schools with high rates of poverty. That's what the federal government's going to pay for. Expand access to high-quality preschool. What is a high-quality preschool? Don't you just like color? It's preschool.
Yeah, right.
I think that's what Ty did his senior year, is just colored.
That's all I got so far. Look at me sore. Better text the old lady.
Bolsters mental health supports for all students. So we're spending money for mental health, but it's not going to get to the school because fuck them kids, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Addresses critical educator shortages. It says shortages have grown worse since the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, actually, I went to school, or I know two people that went to school to be teachers, and both of them are not teachers right now because they didn't like the politics and there was no fucking pay.
Didn't one truck driver?
No.
He was, wasn't he?
No. One I went to school with, she is no longer a teacher. The other is an ex, and she is no longer a teacher either. She works at a bank, I think.
Didn't we have one that we used to work with that was a teacher?
I mean, I work with a guy that used to be a teacher.
I don't know. Who?
Zach.
No, he went to be a substitute teacher.
After driving truck?
After driving.
Oh, okay.
No, he went to school for business management. And then was giving me shit one day because I have a GED. And he's like, oh, yeah, I have a college degree. And I was like, cool, we do the same fucking job. Woo. Then he left that. He went to be a substitute teacher for a while. Got passed up for the full-time teacher role. And then he went back to driving truck because apparently that's where the money is.
So, just to tell you where the old lady's mind is, I said, my debit card got hacked again. She says, are you fucking serious? Now what sex store did you go into? At least you get something good out of it? Shouldn't fall apart from this street, she. Anyway.
She knows you too well, buddy.
Oh, well. It wasn't in Detroit. I haven't been in one in a long time. Might be time for... Anyway.
Increases support for children with disabilities.
That's good. So they suck at it. Oh, fuck,
the budget provides $14.4 billion for Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, state grants, a $200 million increase over the 2023 enacted level. Yeah, $14.4 billion for Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. However, this is the federal level, so I don't know, maybe $10 will make it. Expand full service community schools. I don't
They're all
actually.
full service, right? Or what,
And
what is the basis of a?
What's this?
I don't want to know. Never mind.
Yeah. I don't understand that. Supports multilingual learners. So basically, spending money to teach people in a language other than English.
Well.
The number of students learning English as a second language continues to grow.
As a second language?
Teaching the Spanish to speak our language if they're going to be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
teaching the Koreans,
Dude,
the Chinese, and
that's my inner redneck coming out. It makes me twinge a little when they say, "Well, they need to speak." They're not trying hard enough. But it's funny that you know we run into other drivers all the time, and they speak zero English until they actually need something.
Yeah. Let's see. So, part of the budget for Department of Education also includes education beyond high school. So, improves college affordability and provides free community college to low and middle income students. So,
but they get to decide what's low and middle income.
This is Pell Grants. What? The budget proposes to increase the discretionary maximum Pell Grant by $100. I guess I don't know what the current maximum is, but $100 doesn't seem like a very big increase when we're talking about the cost of college. Thereby expand the reach of the program to over 7.2 million students. There are 56 million students in K through 12 in the U.S. right now, or 56 million. This will expand the reach to 7.2 million total. Budget bills, blah, blah, blah. Invest in services for student borrowers. The budget provides $2.7 billion for FAFSA, Office of Federal Student Aid, FAFSA, a $625 million increase over 2023. It is needed to better provide support to 46 million student loan borrowers.
But FYI, my kids don't qualify for FAFSA.
You make too much money, don't you? Technically, I didn't qualify either because my parents made too much, even though they weren't going to help pay for any of it. I doubt he's going to help pay for it.
I mean, it's really not his children's fault that he's
loaded.
Right.
What's the name of that Scrooge McDuck swimming in your pool of gold coins?
Yep.
Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
Reduces college costs for students. High college prices deter many young people from attending the colleges that would be best for them.
Yeah.
This budget, the budget includes a $12 billion mandatory reducing the cost of college fund that would fund 3 strategies to lower college costs for students.
Okay, let's discuss that for a second.
Do you want me to read the rest of this paragraph to elaborate?
No, I don't, because
I remember talking about the one guy that had a fucking art degree and they paid $1 million off on his fucking loan, and I was so fucking pissed because he wanted to goof off and travel.
Okay,
Sorry.
with that being said, they paid off they've paid off people's student debt. You have to meet a certain criteria, I do believe. You have to apply. Well, let's go back to other ethnicity wanting reimbursement for their freaking parents, grandparents,
great grandparents
for slavery. They want to be reimbursed for it. Yeah, I want reparations, and I want student debt paid back to me for my great grandfather's college debt.
I'll give reparations for the actual slave.
Yep.
Bring him to me. I want to shake his hand. I want to apologize for my whiteness, and then I'll give him something.
Yep. These motherfuckers ain't getting it.
Maybe I'll give him a toolbox.
You got enough. I mean, you got 28.
Fuck you guys. I got one
But
for
again-
sale. You see that's?
But again, they want to give reparations to current living kin of these people that died freaking half a century ago.
the current living
Friggin-
kin being they're
Great.
robbing, they're stealing, they're doing whatever. What is the what's the
now,
number?
let's say-
1352.
My family that died a century ago went to college and had to pay for it. Had to do. I want that money. I want student debt relief that was paid then.
I know some pretty great African Americans, some black people.
Oh, I do too.
And I've never heard them ask me for anything. They're just
Oh.
cool people.
I have. Hey, can you give me a hand lifting this?
Hey, how do you get to this place? Motherfucker.
Hey, can you fix my truck?
Hey, can you not slam the door in my face?
You want
Motherfucker.
directions because I'm so white privileged.
It's because I know
Right.
all the white ways to get there, right?
Yeah, right.
See, that's what I've always said. is I'm not racist. I'm not racist.
Well, hold on. Let's touch on that real quick. So my ex says I can't stand a powerful woman. One of the many nasty things she said. However, I don't think she understands. If Candace Owens was a candidate,
Oh, fuck yeah. I'd have voted for her.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Any day of the
yeah.
week.
She's badass.
But my ex refused to understand that Kamala is just a terrible fucking person overall.
If Lauren Brobert, whatever her name is, was black, I would.
Democrats are just terrible fucking people. I haven't met one that's fucking useless. Or useful.
useful.
Worth a shit.
Useful.
We'll just, yes, useful. There you go.
Unlike your vocabulary today.
Dude. Well, you got me fucking fuming and I can't fucking make sentences, okay?
Words are
Getting a little
hard.
bit fucking pissed off about this shit. Just,
No, dude, he's right. He's right.
you know, there's, if you're useless, you're fucking useless. I don't give a shit what your skin color is.
Right.
If you're fucking useless, if you fucking
I'm racist
are a
against piss
deadbeat
poor
piece
work
of
ethic.
shit. I don't care if you're white, black, Indian, Spanish, Latino, freaking Chinese, Japanese, Asian. If you're fucking useless, you're useless.
If your skin color is piss poor work ethic, yeah, I'm gonna hate you.
Exactly.
I
guess
might
that's
be a
about
little.
right.
I might be a little racist there. I might. Be
And
a
I'm
little,
not saying let's.
You want to
a
sit?
piss
You want
poor
to
work
get? You want to
ethic,
get paid to sit in front of the TV all fucking day?
Well, so
I got a
do.
problem with you.
I do. That'd be nice.
I mean, yeah, we.
Well,
want
I would
to.
love to, but my work ethic that was ingrained in my fucking body
With a
won't
whip?
allow it.
With a whipped.
No, a
It's
fucking
the
leather belt.
It's to take naps under trucks.
About an inch and a half fucking wide with a big metal clasp at the end of it. It goes, slap!
I got my own stories on that stuff.
I'm going to
Anyway.
refrain from that joke. Sorry.
But still, it's...
Why now?
Anyway, next. Sorry.
Anyways, so this budget would also eliminate the origination fee on student loans, which will, these unnecessary fees burden anyone who needs to borrow to help get an education.
Origination fee. From the U.S. or
Yeah.
the Ukraine paying us back?
Shit, dude.
Or Korea? Or China? I mean, China owns like 70% of the U.S.
I hope he comes on TV and says the word China at least once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, give us that. Will you, Donnie?
Also, reimagines the transition from high school to higher education.
Reimagine it?
I don't understand.
It's called college. We've already imagined it.
Oh, here. The budget doubles the funding provided in 2023 for national activities in career and technical education, including a focus on the Career Connected High Schools initiative, which seeks to increase the integration and alignment of the last 2 years of high school and the first 2 years of higher education by expanding access to dual enrollment programs.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that because, you know, if my kids could essentially take,
Shave 2 years off of their college.
essentially take college courses in high school
Yeah.
and have it be funded. Because I have 3 nieces that took college courses when they were in high school.
May I ask, is it Heartland's?
No.
We did.
They took MCC.
Oh, damn.
They
Okay.
went to MCC. When they
Well,
graduated high
this
school...
is a spin-off of MCC. It was, Heartland's was, I don't know what, is it still a
It's
MCC?
Ionia Technical Center now, or
Okay.
Ionia Career
I
Center.
knew they changed or did something over the years.
There are 3 of my nieces graduated high school with associate's degrees.
Damn.
And they had enough credits
That's
that a
great.
year later, 2 of them had bachelor's degrees. Now, 2 of them have master's degrees.
I've mastered a few things.
Now you have
Baited.
what, buying toolboxes.
Bastion.
Asian.
I saw that show coming.
I don't have a problem with that. I think that is
No, yeah.
because that's education.
good for them.
That's education. That's college education. I don't have to pay for it, or they don't have to.
Oh,
pay
they'll
for
find a way to make you pay for it.
Well, again, I still pay my taxes, even though they're only spending half their day here and half their day at, let's say, MCC, just because I know that one. Okay, between the grant and this funding and everything,
This is federal. We're still talking about.
okay, none
So-
of that comes out of my pocket for my kid to take MCC classes.
Weird. None of it's coming out of the federal pocket either.
If it's any money being spent somewhere, it's getting taken from somebody
Well,
to spend it somewhere else.
Okay,
So
it's nothing extra. I don't have to pay the college out of pocket when they start. If it comes out of my taxes, if the school pays the college, however,
it's coming out of your pocket one way or another. Have you
give
looked
you
at your
that.
paycheck? We're about 50-50 now.
Look at the tax column.
It's pretty fucking bad.
Well, I've looked at mine.
You're going to see red like my old Ford. Anybody that does. So
I
Holy
look at
shit.
mine regularly.
I don't because I see red.
So let's see. Support students through graduation.
What
Bunch
is
of
that?
things.
What does support students through graduation look like, though?
It says
that even
the
mean?
budget supports strategies to improve the enrollment, retention, transfer, and completion rates of students by investing in the federal TRIO programs and gaining early awareness and readiness for undergraduate programs, and by more than doubling funding for the post-secondary student success grants program. The budget also promotes student success through investments to support students' basic needs, including funding to help students access non-student aid public benefits and to provide affordable child care for low-income student parents.
For those listening at home, we are on page 76 of 198.
188. Oh, this is the entire fiscal year 2025 budget for the U.S. We're on. Let's see.
We
That's
gotta-
the first one.
We
Second
gotta
page.
change gears or something.
Third
This is
page.
getting-
Fourth
bit
page.
much.
It's getting
We're-
irritating. It's not.
We're
I'm
on
losing-
the
I'm
fourth.
losing
We're on the fourth page of this.
attention.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
And
wrap it up. We're gonna have to argue
that's
about
fine.
something else.
We're about over with this one.
Yeah, thank
Just
you.
because I don't know. I'm
Ooh, hold on. One last one for Department of Education. This is what our tax dollars are going towards. Advances opportunities and manages risks of artificial intelligence. Oh, and strengthens civil rights enforcement. That's included in the Department of Education's budget.
And I've said it 1,000 times before. Racism was at an all-time low until Black Lives Matter and Obama and all those guys told us that it wasn't.
No,
It was at an all-time low.
It was
Nobody
an
gave a
all-time
fuck
low
anymore.
until
Let's party. Let's go shooting. Let's go drinking. Let's go.
it was an all-time low until Obama ran and said, "If you don't vote for me, you're racist." Essentially,
Yeah.
and then it all went to shit.
And people were at each other's proverbial throats.
They were in it for the hope and change.
Great Black Hope. You fucking break. He did nothing but separate America.
No, that was George W. Bush. Obama just had to fucking deal with the repercussions of GW.
Racist Americans. It's all about the
'Cause
racist.
It was never
white
him.
people.
It was the prior party that was in there.
Hour and a bit.
No, did Obama have good points? Fuck no.
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
hold on.
Yes, he did.
Wait,
Well, I disagree.
he had some good points.
I don't care whatever comes out of Obama's fucking mouth.
Hold on. Defense contractors made a fucking killing. So if you invested in defense contractors before Obama's era, you would have made a fucking killing.
Because Democrats love war.
Dropping
drugs.
bombs on poor innocent civilians.
Yes.
He had a good point. Let me explain.
It was poked in his butt every night.
It was 2016 when he said, "Congratulations, President-elect Trump."
Okay. Maybe Trigger does have some good ideas.
Dude, I got in it tonight. Just a little tidbit. I keep getting fucking spam calls, and it's my my mortgage servicing company, and they've been annoying the fuck out of me. And tonight I answered the phone. I said, "How you doing tonight?" "Not worth a shit. So how would you like this phone call to go?"
Because you're about to get fucking schooled.
I'm getting fucking tired of my phone blowing up with this goddamn phone number.
Block it.
Oh, I just
I'm
get
sorry.
abusive.
And if I could just take 5 minutes of your time,
Nope.
I'm like, you know what? Humor me. Let's go. And you're talking about mortgage, my mortgage and everything.
I mean,
Okay, have
yours-
you thought
yours
about
is one of the worst I've
refinancing
ever
and
heard.
taking equity out? I'm like, no. Well, would you thought about consolidating debt? No. Because, to be honest, in a couple of months, I will have my house. And I said, unless you could drop that 5 points on my interest rate and have zero fucking closing costs, because I'm tired of playing that bullshit. Mm-hmm. And the fact that in 30 years, I will be 75 fucking years old and still making a fucking house payment?
175.
No. Said, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to wait 6 months to a year after what happened last week for the interest rates to fucking hit rock fucking bottom, and then I'll refinance my fucking house from these goddamn Democrats that raise the fucking interest rate.
You didn't ask her how she voted?
No.
You should have.
Dude, no, I was fucking losing it.
Before this
I was on a
conversation goes any
fucking
farther,
roll.
how did you vote? And don't lie to me.
So, anyway, sorry. That was my phone call tonight leading up to this. They're coming here.
I've had a couple, not like that. But
See, usually I just get abusive.
I don't get enough of them. I send them right straight to. I hang up, and then Bianca showed me how to block them. So I immediately block them. But I'm doing maybe one a week. It's not too bad.
Sometimes I get bored, and actually I did this when I worked with you. I was in the yard one day and a call came through, and I was kind of bored, so I answered, and it was one of those scam like, "I'm from the IRS. Give us your credit card."
Yeah.
So I just got insanely racist and abusive, like berating them. They hung up on me, so I called them right back.
No, I wasn't done.
Got someone different. Said, it's rude to hang up on somebody, and then continued berating them. They hung up again. I called them right back. I said, it's real fucking rude to hang up on somebody, and then continued berating them. And then they hung up, and I called back. I said, first of all, I wasn't fucking done. Stop being a rude piece of shit. Then they hung up, and then my number was blocked from their end.
Huh. Nice.
So, if you don't want to be bugged by them, and you're a little grumpy that day, just berate the ever-living fuck out of them. By the way, Indian people don't like being called Pakistanis.
Mm-mm.
Little trick I
You
learned.
fucking Packy.
Packy fuck.
But we're not racist.
Well, in person I wouldn't care, but when you're calling people trying to scam them out of
Cold
money,
calling, and they're hoping for some old lady that is gullible because it's happened.
yeah,
It's
There's
kind of
movies,
They've made
there's
money.
movies made about it. Fuck, I know people that their parents have been fucked over by these assholes.
Hold on, wait. I got an idea for Trump. Let's use some of the.
Let's move all the call centers back to the U.S.
No, let's use some. Let's use some of the 3-letter agencies for something productive. Find the call centers that are trying to scam people. find out who owns the call center, and drop a bomb on their house. Fuck that guy.
There's certain countries out there that actually encourage screwing Americans out of their money. All they ask is that the people doing the screwing pay their taxes on it. So, yeah.
So, yeah, if the U.S., finds him, drops a bomb on the owner's house, and all right, done.
We should probably take a break, but if anybody is still listening at this point in the episode, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Send it.
Here's those that wish us well.
All the rest can go to hell.